Hey folks, know it's been a while. I'm Oddball, aka John Boy. I know it has been a few years since I've been active on here. I know posted something not too long ago as a short, just saying I'll be back. Well, we're back. Life has been a ride since the last time I was on. There's been a lot of ups and downs. There's been some breakup. There was a breakup. I had to rebuild my life, but we're back to good. Uh, I had to abandon college because I was going back to college. Had to abandon that to go back to school or go back to work full time. And I've been getting in the swing of things. Well, I got back into the swing of things and finally got set up to where I got my jig set up again, and a little bit better than it used to be. But let's get into it. All right, today we're going to tie a pattern that I don't know if I have a version of it here. Uh, like I've got a box full of just prototypes that I label as my sampler box. But it's a pattern I've tied, and it's kind of fun to do. And I realize this shirt does not bode well for the background of this. Oh well. But it's going to be a twisted pattern. So, as usual, 16th ounce jig head, and we got it powder coated in the pepper pearl, or as some people call it, monkey milk. But we're going to tie off with some of this beautiful blue denier. Camera's picking it up a lot brighter than what it is in person. In person, it's a little bit more subdued. Leans a little bit more to teal. But I got that too far back. But we're going to tie off, and this is, I think, 140 denier. I usually like 210, but I'd order this in a multi-pack on Amazon. I think the brand's called Vanfly. Good stuff though. Bright colors. I might have taken that a little bit too far, but usual snip. And we're going to kind of keep with a kind of a theme. We're going to do blue and white. And I got some of this bright electric blue feathers. We're going to do the length of that. But I have gotten to where, instead of just tying off what I need right here and then back tying, I actually started going all the way up to the head, because some of this material that I use now is a little bit thinner, and so I have to do what I can to build the body up. And these jig heads that I ordered, I'm not crazy over them, but they do fine. But we'll bury the fuzz. And I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, I've got a little bit of fuzz, but it's fine because none of that is going to show through. Alright, got a wispy of, that was a hackle that was, or not a hackle, but a marabou that was not quite dyed all the way down. But we're going to take a little bit of white, and we're going to put that on bottom, because this, or well, put on top, but whenever it flips this way, it'll be on bottom. Kind of give it a white underbelly. I don't need as much of it. Nah, heck, it might be the same amount. I don't know, but I know I like this. But I like this pattern. All right. Try to keep everything from getting. Oh, just lost some material. That's fine. We're gonna wrap it up. Get a couple more wraps near the head, and then I'm going to snip. Yeah, and the reason why I do this now, it makes it for more secure. Like, for one thing, it helps build the body up to where you don't use as much chenille. But also, it just makes for a more uniform body, and it's a lot more secure. Alright. So, I've got this blue, and white. This is some real thin, fuzzy chenille. It is from Lurelink Focus. It's like ultra chenille. It's really soft stuff, really thin though. I swear, my girls, I wish they had hair clippies, that way I could steal them from them. But it'll be fine. So I have done a few patterns here and there. Like I have done where it's just straight up, I just twisted the chenille together and just let it roll together. But then I've done where I've had under wraps and over wraps. The only problem with doing under wraps and over wraps is you got to make sure you keep your pattern right. So the way I'm going to do this, we're going to pull one to one side, one to the other. We're going to make a V. We're going to pass over. Whenever we get to the top, we're going to do the opposite. And basically, we're turning the V back on itself every time. But it kind of gives it this crenellated look that I love, and gives it kind of a uniform stripe pattern. Now, could I have sat and done it to where I had white on bottom and blue on top? Yeah, of course. Alright, not the prettiest one I've done, but I want to get those off to the side over here. And now we're going to tie them in. Just do a few wraps behind the head. Keep this pulled forward. That way you lock that in. Alright, and then pull it back. Get those locked in. Oh, then I realize they're not my normal. These are more like suture snips, but they work. Alright, and I had way too much material, but I'll save this. I've got a little bucket of scraps that I use. But we're going to literally just whip finish. Come on. Get on. There we go. And I give it a few wraps, and I do it 2 times. Oh, just drop that pair of scissors. Whoops. But we'll get in close, and we snip, and now we'll look at it. Alright, so stacked body, uniform wraps. Now, if I'd been paying closer attention, I could have made that seam be right here, but that seems to be where it wanted to travel over. But if you're making jigs at home, they're like, preferences come to everybody. But it's just kind of, I've gotten back into making them, and I've been learning some new stuff and trying out new materials. Let's see. Oh, here's one of my favorites. Got this purple, what do you call it? Root beer. I might do a root beer video next. I don't know, but stay tuned. We'll have more videos later on. Just keep a lookout. And I apologize for me sweating profusely. It's August, and it's hot in this house. But I didn't want to have the AC on and in the room, and plus have the fan on high, because it would just be roaring in the background. But anyway, love y'all. Keep fishing, keep tying, and y'all have a wonderful day.